Hey guys, welcome to Toribash Replay Challenge episode 12 with me, Jack Morris from Man of Fire Films. So this week, wow, you guys really like this challenge compared to the apology one. Wow. So we got sent a lot of fucking replays for this challenge. This happened a little while ago with a different challenge, and I did 2 weeks of replays. I'm gonna do that again for this week because there were just too many awesome replays that I couldn't pick just 5. In fact, I struggled to pick just 10. I was on the verge of making 15 and doing 3 weeks, but I think 3 weeks of the same challenge is a little bit ridiculous, so I narrowed it down to the best 10, but there were still some very good replays that didn't make it. So anyway, present the first week of these Assassin's Creed challenges. I'm also extremely tired. I was going to try to hide it, but apparently I can't. I had about 2 hours, maybe 3 hours sleep last night. I can barely keep my eyes open, and I totally forgot I had to film this today, so please excuse any flubs, and once this video goes live, please leave me to sleep. Anyway, our first replay for today is Challenge Being Original by Chilladon, and it's a nice little simple one to open with, a little bit of weird blood dropping there, not sure what that's about. I kind of like this one because it was a little bit different from the others, and a lot of the replays on this are a little bit different. Oh, I probably should mention, I forgot to... What's happening? Oh, let's see. I didn't mention this at the start. This is technically lo-fi. This is Replay Challenge lo-fi. But it should, as long as I've done this right, the frame rate shouldn't be affected at all. It just isn't shaded as well as it could be. So, although it's lo-fi, it's not really going to affect things that much. But apologies nonetheless. Anyway, I like this one because it was slightly different. It didn't go straight for Jeff. Children tries to land next to him. It's a nice little change. In fact, the replays that stood out the most in this challenge were the ones that did things differently. And this is, it does look like a little, pat on the back that went wrong, and I really like that. Anyway, moving along. Second replay is Siri, 50 Shades of Ouch by Siri, who took the initiative to change the position of his story. I couldn't think how to word that. A lot of people did that, actually. He's not the only person who got on this show doing that. I said everything in this mod was fine. People can fuck about with whatever they like. And a lot of you seem to like getting on top of the shed thing here, and it led to some really good replays such as this. I put this one in because, of the originality of getting on top of the thing, but something about that roll just felt really Assassin's Creed-y to me, It felt like an assassination, which is obviously what the challenge was about. Just the recovery, the kind of combat role as Saronic sits the ground there. It's very nice. I'm also not sure what that body part sticking out of Jeff was there. I'm sure you guys saw it too. Let's, what is that? What the fuck is going on here? Why is that a thing? Did that happen in the last one? Hang on. I'm just gonna... Let's see. No. Oh, I guess he moved Jeff as well. Alright, that's totally, again, totally in line with the rules. I said anything goes for this, as long as he didn't hack the replay. So, yeah, that's all totally fine. I think maybe a couple of people probably moved Jeff then, because it seems to ring a bell. Anyway, rambling on, let's move through to the next replay, which is Lowly Re-Apology, by Lodo. When I said sorry, Jack said it was a bad idea. This is a sort of spin-off of the apology replay, I guess, where Lodo's not apologizing. Very much not apologizing. Instead, very much being mean to Jeff, being cruel to Jeff, and killing Jeff. Also, it's not Jeff. Jeffco. How could I be so foolish? Obviously, this is Jeffco. Clearly. I mean, look at that bundle of pixels. That's clearly Jeffco's head. Wow. Consider that an apology. Bye, Jeffco. Be sure to write. Jeez, I got some distance on that roll. Good God, it's like never stopping force, perpetual motion. Jesus Christ. All right, one more time. Rolling. All right, moving along. Jesus, moving along. This is Assassin's Potato, which is an oddly uncreative name by Manly Potato. The name kind of made me laugh more than anything else. And I like this one because he didn't use the, again, creativity, didn't use the hidden blades. Well, kind of, I suppose, but didn't use it to get any dismembers. He instead sort of kicked Jeff in the back to... In fact, I think we might need to slow this one down to actually see what's going on. And there's something about this mod generally looks really, really cool in slow motion. I think I showed that when I spotlighted this mod a long time ago. All right, let's slow it down 30%. All right, let's see what actually gets this decap here, because I'm not too sure. Whenever you're ready, Manly Potato, let's go. Come on, let's go. Okay, he's coming. All right, I'm sure it's the kick. Yeah, he kicks Jeff's head off and then skims it with the hidden blade. Very nice, very, very nice. Nice and original as well, which again, this challenge seemed to just bring out the creativity in everyone. There were so many original replays. I was quite shocked and humbled by the amount of very, very good replays that were submitted for this challenge. Anyway, the last replay for today in the first batch of these replays is Assassin's Fist by Private. Obviously, these are in no particular order, but if I had to pick a favourite, this is definitely up there. Just because, again, originality at its finest. Private manipulates Jeff to try and add some realism to proceedings, making Jeff react to him being there, cuts off his hand quite fluidly. I hate comment. Wow, not English. I hate comment. Well, my sentence. Jesus Christ, my mouth doesn't want to do that sentence. It's quite realistic the way Jeff reacts, quite fluid the way Private's thing cuts through Jeff's arm there. It's nice. It's a very, very nice replay. The man maker, the cutter go bad. God damn it, sentences are hard when you've not had much sleep. Anyway, this is a great replay. I'll let it play in the background while I wrap this shit up. Like I said, we'll be doing the second half of these replays next week, and we have my personal favourite next week. I've saved my favourite till last. It'll be on next week's show, and then we'll have an episode of Toribash tips after that. Anyway, thank you for your patience. I know I've been all over the place this week, but I'm going to sleep as soon as this video goes live. So, yeah, tweet your condolences to me on the fact that I'll be asleep for about 8 days. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. I've been Jack Morris from Man of Fire Films. Please comment, like, subscribe, and favourite, and I shall see you next time. Bye, guys.